They set the tone in the first of what will be only
time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
There he is.
Here we go.
And the tip goes to the Nets. And Shams, in this summer's draft, the Brooklyn Nets becoming the first team ever to select 5 first-rounders.
They've got a lot of young players, B.A., and Coach Jordi Fernandez is renowned for his player development, and now he has plenty to work with. And you look at this rookie group, a lot of playmaking and creation, that's the recurring theme there, and they're maintaining flexibility year to year.
Is their time now or more in the future?
It's more in the future. They're building with a lot of assets. They've got a ton of draft capital. They've got a ton of salary cap space even next summer. So this is a team that we could see over the next couple of years make some pretty big moves.
Nets are going to be in the headlines quite a bit for sure. And checking out Brooklyn's opening lineup, Porter Jr. and Clowney in it forward. Johnson is out there with MP, and it's Claxton in at the 5. Pass to Porter. Beyond the arc. Can't hit that one. And so Thompson will bring it up for Houston. It's a 3-point game. And here's Smith. Here's Durant over MP. And there's Durant. That one's good. On the assist by Smith. Shams, I know you've had discussions with Commissioner Adam Silver about the league possibly expanding into Europe. Where does that stand?
Well, it's fluid, BA, and Commissioner Adam Silver and other league officials have been very clear to me. It's a process that's going to be measured in years, not necessarily months. There's definitely a sense they want to better serve those fans in Europe, start their own league out there that's NBA affiliated. And that's something the NBA is much more further along in exploring in the days, weeks, and months ahead, as opposed to expansion immediately.
The floor spacing ability on display by MP right there.
Smith with a screen on MP. Good.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And here's MP from outside. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
From another zip code, MP, have at it.
And we've heard greats like KD and LeBron question ring culture in the NBA, Shams.
They both chased after championships as well, though. They've both gone after those rings. And so, for sure, counting rings, that definitely oversimplifies the legacy of the game. We have to see exactly how the player's body of work stacks up. Everyone's going to have their own opinion. Everyone's going to have their take. And trying to influence public opinion is a tricky game. At the end of the day, people are going to look at stats. They're going to look at how many championships you win. They're going to look at the entire body of work. And rings culture is a part of that to an extent.
Yeah, and think about the civic pride that comes to a city that an organization is in when they do win a championship.
Kevin Durant won 2 rings with the Warriors when he went there. LeBron James won 2 rings with the Miami Heat when he went there. So they both have gone and sought after that culture that comes with championship pedigree.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Kevin Durant, as effortless as a scorer as this league has ever seen. He said, I'm not really flashy with how I play anymore. I just try to look for the best shot and be simple and easy with my game. Fly under the radar a bit. After every shot, I just run down the court and get back on defense. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Allie. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. And the Nets also making a change. Williams is checked in for Clowney. A minute 29 left to play in the first quarter. Houston working the ball around. Here's Okogie. Houston with another miss.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
MP scanning the floor. The three is up. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Down low. Offensive rebound. Holiday.
Love rim protection from Nick Claxton. That is a big-time block.
And here's MP from outside. Drains the triple. MP's got 24.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Holiday. Houston with another miss.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
And here's MP from outside. Drops in the three. He's got 27.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Holiday against MP. Outside Holiday. Pass to Finney-Smith. They need this. And he can't get that one. And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we got a blowout underway here. Nets out in front, running away with this one. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
They've got Dorian Finney-Smith. Shepherd is out there with Josh Okogie. Then it's Tari Eason, and it's Şengün in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Shepherd. Inside. Finney-Smith passes to Şengün. Here's Shepherd. Back to Şengün. Okogie on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Counted from distance. Okogie's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And you talk to front office insiders, they'll tell you depth is a necessity for a winning team, Shams.
With more parity, that comes more competition. And I'm told front office executives are continuing to scout players that they feel bring that competitive drive, that desire, that will to want to play and compete on a nightly basis. Because these games this season gets long. It's not as frequent when you can just coast through games. You need some real horses to finish the race of the regular season.
Yeah, good point. Here's Shepherd. Still no points. Outside Finney-Smith. Fires for 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. They host the Hawks after this one, and that kicks off a string of 3 home games for them. Pass to Dimon. Here's Wilson. He's marked by Finney-Smith. Here's Whitehead. Knocks it down from distance. Whitehead's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Houston making some changes. Durant comes in for Okogie, and it's Thompson in for Shepherd. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Here's Thompson, and he banks in the layup. Thompson's gotten his second bucket of the game. And Shams, you're always ready to break a story. Is there ever a chance for you to unplug?
Late summer is when things are quietest, that mid-August through September Labor Day window. That's usually the best moment to get off the grid. But BA, you never know in today's NBA when things could happen, and that could be in the summer too.
Hey, you're always ready. I know that about you. You're a workhorse.
Always ready.
And Durant with the big finish.
Yeah, that's the size and reach of Kevin Durant at the rim. Yes, sir.
MP outside. Pass to Claxton. MP up top. He's marked by Finney-Smith. Williams' shot is...
The unselfishness of MP at this early stage. Pretty pass.
Durant for three. No good there.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
Here's Porter. Thompson pulls it in.
That's a breakdown defensively right there, folks. He just could not make them pay.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Now here's Durant. Banked it in off the glass. Durant's got 6 points.
Really, there's nothing else you can do. Durant is just that good, especially that close to the rim.
And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Smith, he's checked in for Houston. Van Vliet comes in for Finney-Smith. And a change for the Nets. Johnson's checked in. .121 left to play in the second quarter. Well, we know you got to get going, but thanks, Shams. As always, it's been fun and informative, my friend.
BA, no problem. Always glad to join, but I gotta go. I gotta get to this news right now.
Man's got things to do. Always enlightening to hear from Shams. It's incredible some of the information he gathers.
It is very difficult reporting to do, and the reason why is you are constantly on the phone trying to earn the trust of your sources. And you have to be reliable and accountable for what you say. His job is not easy.
And here's MP from outside. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Oh, MP with the big response, the tough young competitor that he is.
Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there, that makes the game easy.
And here's MP from outside. Hits the trifecta. MP's got 9 points now in the quarter.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Smith with a screen on MP. Lets the three fly. And there's Smith. That one's good. On the assist from Van Vliet.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
And here's MP from outside. That one no good. Thompson scanning the floor. Let's go with a three. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. We'll be back in a moment.
Hello, everybody. Before getting into the first half recap, let's check in on the injured players around the NBA.
You missed the ferocity Luke Dort brings, especially on the defensive end. Takes a total team effort to replace that edge.
It's usually a mindset, and I think you're born with it.
And switching back to discuss that first half of action, MP having himself a game.
Oh, yeah, he came to play, not holding back. He's cooking on the offensive end.
Cooking is right. In fact, I think he may have stolen some of the big fella's recipes.
No way. Those are G34 classified.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
On the floor for Brooklyn, Porter Jr. and Clowney in it forward. Johnson is out there with MP. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. From deep, MP. Good! Another from three.
Another three for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, those who worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try."
Connects again from distance.
And this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now for most threes in a game.
And the points keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from downtown.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Another reason why they're up, just taking what the defense giving him here.
A streamlined rebuild for the Rockets. In 2021, they trade away James Harden. 4 years later, the number 2 seed in the West, Grant.
And they haven't shortchanged their future either. Sure, they've added key veterans, but the bulk of their roster is still very young.
And again for three.
He is unstoppable, completely dialed in from distance.
What an historic night shooting the ball. He now stands by himself for third place in most threes in a game. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Three-pointer connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game. Timeout call, Houston. This pick is mostly no surprise, but here's your player of the week for the Eastern Conference, MP.
And his team counts on him to lead the offense and make things happen out there. And lately, he's done just that. He's giving a ton of energy and done everything in his power to help them succeed.
To the paint. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
From the arc. Good! Another from three.
And of course it falls for him. And that three pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget. Here's Van Vliet. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Van Vliet's got 7 points in the game.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And here's MP from outside. And again for three.
Oh, hot as a tea kettle. He is just firing away, and he has set a new record for the most triples ever in an NBA game.
Breaking his own record. We knew his reputation and the kind of shooting display he can put on. He's taken it to another level, though. Timeout called. Houston. Houston making some changes. Finney Smith checked in for Smith, and Tari Eason subbed in for Van Vliet. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Thompson finds Şengün. Back to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Yeah, you can always see the awareness that Şengün has with the ball. Knows exactly where his teammates are going to go.
And here's MP from outside. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
And you watch Alperen Şengün. He's a beast on the blocks, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. He throws his weight around, but what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways.
Good. He hits again.
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time.
Yeah, when you talk about absolutely thrilling your fan base, MP has done it. I mean, who knows if this franchise record will ever be broken?
Timeout called. Brooklyn. Houston making some changes. Clint. Is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
Grant, you're involved with helping the NBA grow the game globally. How important are those initiatives?
You know, B.A., it's very important to watch how the game has grown over the last 30 years that I've been connected with the NBA is quite staggering. But there's more work to be done. So every initiative, every appearance, every camp, every game is so vitally important as we continue to spread the game of basketball all over the world.
KD and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. Van Vliet runs a show with Thompson to his side. And it's Şengün in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Here's Durant. Brooklyn pulls it in. MP with it. Van Vliet covering. From behind the arc. And the Nets, another three.
Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one.
Williams against Durant. Wilson grabs the board. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. MP against Van Vliet. MP outside. 5 on the clock. 4-3. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Fires it. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his 4th rebound in this one.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Nets.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the basket by Van Vliet.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Good! That's another bucket!
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? one of the all-time great individual performances in league history.
Honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. He's in the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and then Wilt's 100 are the only higher scoring games ever.
So he picks up just one from the line that time. And here are the Nets now. They're on a 12-3 run. And here's MP from outside. Thompson pulls it in. And the foul called on MP. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for two.
Yeah, and this is not what they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and their opponent is at the line.
He hits the second from the line. 5 ticks left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. From deep, MP can't connect. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.